Third quarter has not ended up being my best quarter, if I'm being honest, and I don't really know why exactly. It just ended up being pretty trash. And I noticed that every year, this is a common trend I notice every year, when I come back from winter break, the first thing that occurs to me is that when I use my pencil, I forget how to write anything, and I don't know why. Probably because over winter break, I never use my pencil to do any writing whatsoever, so when I come back to write anything, my handwriting decreases by about 10%. That sounds really nerdy. Basically, my handwriting gets 10 times worse than it already is, which is like extremely impressive considering how inillegible, unreadable it already was. So like the fact that it gets worse is top 10 out of 10 task accomplished. But third quarter recap, I don't really know what to go over. Probably grades, because that's like all I go over really. Nothing else of importance really happens that I can really feel like going over necessarily. So in terms of grades, I guess I just go over them, which is why I have them open like a genius beforehand. When I say third quarter didn't go that well, and I mainly mean in terms of grades, I'm not referring to my Gov School classes, because my Gov School classes are absolutely golden pieces of gold, at least in terms of some people. I mean, depending on who you are, you might judge these however they might be good or bad depending on the standards. Let's predict how my dad would think of this. I'm assuming he would not care regardless, because I mean, he would care if I got a B or anything lower, because then he would be pissed. But I think he would be fine with this. This is generally good. And the thing that pisses me off the most about this is my research grade being the lowest, because this is supposed to be like the easy 100 class. But research in general, the first semester, it was extremely light work. Research was like if you're there and you do what's given to you in class, you get 100. But now, the second semester, you have to do a semester-long research project with a partner, randomly assigned. Me and my partner are kind of really stupid, so like it's kind of annoying. But the second semester has not been nice to me. Why am I complaining? I have a 95. This isn't even that bad. I'm yapping, but like it's been worse if you like compare it to the first two quarters where you get like 99s and 105. So yeah, third quarter 95.4. I had to do some presentations and discussions that did not end so well, I guess. An 87 on participation in the discussion. It just didn't go as well as it could have been, I guess. But the main thing is that research project with me and my partner, I've noticed the issue between me and my partner is that we're both extremely, as my history teacher would call it, a bare minimum Bob, meaning we don't really care about the quality of our presentation and research project necessarily. We're there to get a good grade, follow the rubric, and do the bare minimum to get good standard work out. So like it's kind of both of us just being extremely low effort, which means the overall presentation, the overall project is going to be extremely awful. I can predict that from a mile away. There's the way I can like tell anything, but I can like try to put in more effort, except I just don't want to. Like our research presentation is about agriculture on Mars, which is extremely stupid, but yeah, that experiment is just stupid. That whole idea is kind of just cooked, but it's pretty basic. You test it just by growing some plants in like weird soil, so like it was a pretty easy idea for us to come up with. So overall, we haven't even started like the experimental process, and we have to start that earlier than everyone else because plants take way too long to grow, so we have to start early. I haven't confirmed with her when to plant those because she's doing all the experimentation, because I'm not a plant botanist. I'm not going to grow anything. I don't know anything about plants. She can do all the plant stuff. She's going to use her school greenhouse just to plant the plants and do her experiments. So if anyone vandalizes our crops, I'm going to be very pissed off. But research is pretty light. This quarter somehow I just got worse somehow. But chemistry, usually my most trashy grade from first quarter, yeah, 91 is pretty mid, 93 is pretty mid, but we're at a 95 now, baby. I've really worked up the ranks. Chemistry was initially, when I entered Gov School, the worst class because it's essentially a lot of work and pretty difficult because it's really fast-paced and weird concepts to comprehend. But I've gotten used to it. You just kind of work your way up. Everything's worked out pretty solid this quarter, I'm not going to lie. The first 100 on a quiz grade ever, because for some reason it was just too difficult to get an 100 on any like test, quiz, or anything. The closest I got was on the midterm, the freaking midterm semester long test type thing. I got a 99 because that test was like light work. But yeah, this is technically my first ever 100 on a random thingamabobber, so it's pretty, I guess that's impressive. And plus my chemistry grade is highest as it's ever been. Not as high as Peter because that guy's a creature, but yeah, chemistry grade looking pretty solid this quarter, I will not lie. But humanities, yeah, the same old light work. Humanities makes no sense as a class. I don't know what we learn in there. It's called what? Humanities / language arts or something. It's like it replaces English class. English class itself makes no sense in itself, so like humanities, it makes sense that it wouldn't also make any sense either. Right now in humanities class, we're reading a book called The Scientific Revolution. What are we doing with that? I don't know. We don't even like do anything with it. It's a random book about the scientific revolution. How does it make any? But next class we have to give a presentation on 5 things that we would get rid of in the world that we can live without. And it's not like a super serious. It's not like you say world hunger or solve world peace. No, it's 5 random garbage things that you are passionate about getting rid of in the world. So like for me, I'm doing TikTok, rap music, tipping, and then some other random stuff that I don't care about. It's just like light, casual, laid back stuff. So that's what I mean about this class. It's so random. She'll give a random assignment one day and then just like completely like avoid it the next day. Like she'll assign something, we'll be talking about something, and then we just move on. And like no test or quiz, like it's just so random. And like it's the most annoying because we'll be learning stuff and I'm like, oh, should I be paying attention? Will we have a quiz on it? And she's like, maybe. Which makes sense because if she said there's not a quiz or test on it, no one would pay attention. So we have to pay attention to stuff, and in the end she just doesn't give a test or quiz on it, so then it becomes pointless information. And like it's just so brain dead. But she's been nice this quarter with like some light assignments, and like I don't know, she's been pretty nice. So everyone has an 100 right now, I would assume. If you did your assignment, she doesn't read them. She's really lazy. So I'm assuming she gave everyone an 100 if you just did the assignment. But yeah, my math grade is honestly my most shameful moment of the quarter. Somehow my lowest math grade ever, which is actually quite disappointing. 99.6, 99.9, and now a shameful 98.5. I don't know what happened. But the reason I'm so pissed off about my math grade is because this little quiz test, probably the worst concept she has ever made as a teacher. Our math teacher is awful, by the way. She doesn't know how to teach she doesn't know how to teach the content. She also doesn't choose to teach it until the last 5 minutes of class, where she's like, oh no guys, 5 minutes left. Let me try to teach something real quick, and then she doesn't teach it, so we have to watch the video that she posts, which is essentially what she would have taught in the first place. She literally copies everything she teaches off of a video that she watches. I don't understand how she's been a math teacher for like several years if she's this bad at teaching, but she's an awful teacher, and my grade is only high because the class is just relatively easy and you teach yourself everything. But you know, in general, math is a pretty easy class and I get good grades, and I'm a general good at like wrapping my head on like my brain is pretty well wired for math. But this 93 was pretty disappointing. I think this is the first time I ever missed a question on a test. Like this is the first time I actually missed a question. But yeah, pretty rough. 93. Yeah, why am I'm being a pissy kid. 98 for a quarter is still like pretty good, and I guess. But Peter's grade is higher than me in math for the first time. My ego is shattered. Like math is usually the only grade that I have higher than him, but now he's taken me in that too. So yeah, this kind of it's not that bad even. I'm trolling. But math in general, our teachers is absolutely brain dead, but the subject itself is pretty light work. So that is what it is. But going back out of Gov school grades to actual school grades, this is where my disappointment begins. Let's start at the bottom. Multimedia, design, multimedia, and web tech. This class is light work, easy 100, but everyone in that class is stupid, so they all have like Fs or something. It's just a bunch of stuff that's just like super easy. I got a 50 on this one because I didn't properly submit it, so you better fix that soon. Because, well, initially I sent my grade down like crazy, but like now I'm still at a 97 even after an F in the F book. So like, I don't even need this. Like she can keep it at a 50. But I'm assuming when that comes back, I will be at above 100. No, that's not possible. I'll be like a 99, which is good, I guess. But yeah, that class is easy, light work, bands. This new band director of ours is actually like really annoying with these weird assessment stuff. Like I know how to play my music. I don't need to be like put on the spot in front of the class to play something. It's kind of annoying, and everyone has to do it, and then it's like free stress for everyone. And then like I don't know. I don't know. It's just fine overall though. I don't really mind. In the end, it doesn't matter. But band class, it's just another elective. It's just not that big of a deal. History class. Ooh, let's cover that up. I'm ashamed of this. But 90.13 is not my proudest moment in the book. When I saw that 80 in the grade book from this DBQ, which counts as a test grade because it's like an essay thing, a document-based question, essentially an essay based off some weird stuff they give you. I followed the rubric. I thought I did, and then I got an 80, which is kind of mid. But I was actually like very pissed off when I saw that 80. And then we took a test the next day, and then I got a 70. And then I got even more pissed off. So for a solid day, I was like really moody, and I just like didn't talk to anyone. But it's not my brightest day. I don't think I've had a grade. Actually, I got a D on that chemistry quiz, but that one didn't really matter. This is the one that like actually hit my grade. Like if I didn't clutch up with my academic work, I would be at a B right now. If she didn't bless us with another quiz grade, I would be at a B right now. Like this is actually my closest call of the century, but like it's just a bit annoying to think about, mainly the fact that I feel like I put in work in terms of like studying and actually paying attention in class. I got the information, the content of the class, but I get a C, which, you know, according to laws of society, like if you work hard, you get good results. And the way I think about it is, or my theory is, I know myself, you know, being self-aware, knowing yourself more than other people know you. I feel like I definitely knew the content of like the subjects, the unit. I knew the unit pretty well. I like knew the content and like the stuff that happened. In the end, I think the biggest issue was like my inability to like focus during a test, which I've noticed has happened a lot recently for some reason. Just the fact that I can't really lock in when I want to, and it's the worst times when you like need to be serious and focused that I can't really be serious and focused. So I don't really know how you fix that as an issue. It's not really. I feel like it's not something you can really practice. So like, it's just an issue that I've come across. But yeah, these two grades, not my brightest moment. My history grade last quarter was way better, in my opinion. Not that one, but this one was pretty good. And then this one is absolute dog water. But we made it. We made a comeback, and we're back alive. God bless our teacher. Is so nice. She's so chill, and she's like communist. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. She's pretty chill though. But yeah, I need to learn how to like focus, because you know I can do like the school stuff, but like focusing on a test, like I just can't focus on stuff in general. I can't like put genuine focus and effort into stuff. Like I've always been like way too like nonchalant, chill, and like not give a crap about anything. So it would be nice if I could lock in, if that's what the Gen Zs call it. I need to learn how to lock in, but that's just that's part of the mission. But yeah, overall, I could recap out of school stuff, but that's just, I'm not going to remember anything relevant anyway. There's nothing really worth recapping outside of school, and I'm fucking tired and I want to go to bed. So that was quarter three. Not my brightest moment in history, but everything else was fine grades wise. And then fourth quarter, AP exams are coming up, and I also should probably look at the SAT, because Peter and Nigel are looking at the SAT, and if they're looking at it, that probably means I should probably look at it soon. That's a horrible way to base things off of, but I have quite some stuff to look at. My fantasy of having too much free time was very short-lived. I thought for a little bit Gov School was really light, and then suddenly they piled homework on you, and then I realized how horribly inconsistent their work ethic or their work they assign is. So I realized there is no safe space. I can't say, oh, it's so nice, no homework now. Like, no, they're just like 1 week, no homework. Next week, they flood you. They drown you in paper. So, yeah, I've gotten used to it. I just need to be highly adaptable, which also leads to horrible inconsistency. But in the end, I can handle most of whatever school throws at you. It's pretty much just like bland stuff. So, yeah, third quarter, pretty much that's all. I guess I'll do one of these. I would do one of these at the end of the year, because why not? It's very much fun.